Thanks for joining me on Military Wednesday, where we gather information for survival and prepping applications. Today we'll be reading out of the survival manual made by the Department of the Army, one of their field manuals initialed here as FM 21-76. Today we'll be talking about fire making and the military's viewpoints of it. So I'll be reading from this part. Keep your matches dry. Always carry a supply of matches in a waterproof container. They are a necessity, especially where snow and ice add to the problem of securing tinder for a fire started by primitive methods. Use your matches sparingly and use a candle to start a fire. Selecting a site. Select a site where you and your fire are protected from wind. Standing timber or brush makes a good windbreak in wooded areas. But in open country, you will have to provide some form of protection. A roll of snow blocks, the shelter of a ridge, or sloped outside of a snowdrift will serve as a windbreak on the ice pack. A circular wall of brush, cut and stuck in the snow or ground, works well in willow country. A ring of evergreen boughs is good in timber. Make your windbreak about 4 feet high, and except for an entrance, let it encircle the fire. Protect the fire from snow melting on overhanging tree limbs. Fuel. Anything that burns is good fuel, and many kinds are available in the far north, such as animal blubber, lichens, exposed lumps of coal, driftwood, grass, and birch bark. In some parts of the Arctic, however, your only fuel may be animal fats, which you can burn in a metal container by using a wick to ignite the fat. Seal blubber makes a satisfactory fire without a container if gasoline or heat tablets are available to provide an additional initial hot flame. A square foot of blubber will burn for several hours. Burned blubber cinders are edible. Fuel in subpolar regions is usually wood. The driest wood is found in dead standing trees. In living trees, branches above snow level are the driest. In the tundra regions, you can split green willows and birches into fine pieces and burn them. You can start a fire by primitive means and methods, but this is the last resort. If no matches are available, use gunpowder and cartridges. Construct a sheltered pile of kindling and wood. Place the powder from several cartridges at the base of the pile. Take 2 rocks and sprinkle a little powder on one rock. Then grind the 2 rocks together immediately above the powder at the base of the pile. This will ignite the powder on the rock and in turn the larger powder. This has been a reading from the survival manual devised by the Department of the Army. And as always, thanks for joining me on this day that we go over military applications on Military Wednesday. Hope everyone's well. Catch you soon.